Welcome to YOUCANIC. In this video we're going to show you how to replace the steering wheel on a Toyota. Here we have a 2018 Toyota Rav4, but this procedure is similar to other Toyotas as well. So what you want to do is you want to first drive the vehicle on a level ground with the wheel straight pointing forward, steering wheel on center, then turn off the ignition, turn the steering wheel a little bit 90 degrees to the left like you can see in this, and have it at this angle. Then turn off the ignition and remove the key. Next you want to pull the hood release underneath the dashboard to the left here, and then go ahead, open the hood, locate the battery, loosen the 10mm nut from the battery post, then disconnect the cable from the battery. You don't need to disconnect the positive, just the negative is enough. Then the next thing is you need to wait 15 minutes before you start working on the airbag system, because airbags can be dangerous. They can explode while working. So make sure you wait 15 minutes. Also, when you come in the vehicle, press the horn a couple of times so any static current is completely discharged. And then the next thing is you need to remove the airbag. Now we have the airbag at this angle because right here in the back in this model there's a hole right here, access hole, that only can be accessed when the steering wheel is turned. There's one right here to this side going up this way, and then one right on this side right here, but that goes straight up. So with this screwdriver, and you can use a little bit bigger screwdriver, but we're going to use this one, we're going to show you where you release these springs on the back, and then once you release them you'll see the airbag pop up a little bit there and here and there. So we have this removed, but we're going to show you where the springs are because it's a lot easier to show that with the airbag removed. So first you can start with the bottom one here. You look at this hole on the side, and that's pretty easy to see. What's difficult to see is this spring right here. That's not why you cannot see. So you're going to come and you're going to try it a few times, and when you feel that resistance, that means you're pressing on that clip. So push that out as far as you can and the airbag will pop there. Here you're coming at this angle, the hole is right here, and then you're pushing on this clip right here. Okay, so that will release that one. Here you come here, come straight through the back, and then you'll be pushing down like that. So you come through that hole and you're pushing this down. You can see that right there. So that will release the airbag, but you want to hold the airbag. On the back you're going to have these cables, and the way they disconnect is you pull off this center piece and then you pull this out. In this case this airbag was deployed and also had melted on the back, but you don't want to damage these connectors, because if you do then you have to replace this whole clock spring underneath. So you got to be careful with that. So you got two of these, but once those are off, the next thing is you have this electrical connector here. You press on that, pull that off, press on this one, pull this off. The last thing is we need to get this nut here loose. This is a that is a 19mm nut, and it requires a socket and an extension. So put that on, have somebody counter hold the steering wheel while you break that loose. Once it's loose, it's pretty easy to come off. Alright, but before you remove the steering wheel, you're going to mark it, the steering wheel and this here. You're going to mark, I've marked it there, 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 there. When I put this steering wheel back, you want to put it back in the same position. If you were replacing the steering wheel, then it's going to be a little bit more tricky. You want to make sure, hey, you are putting it at the same exact angle as the one that you're removing it. And if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to be driving down the highway and the steering wheel is going to be at an angle. It's not going to be on center. So you might have to come and redo this to get that right. But you have to grab on both sides and then just rock it a little bit and then pull it off. Fish those wires to the side here, and then the steering wheel is removed, and that's it. Now when you reinstall it, you see these grooves right here that line up with this here, and that's why if you're off, then the steering wheel is going to be off center. When you put the nut back on, you're going to torque this nut to proper specifications, and we should have that in our step-by-step guide below. And the other thing is this, it appears that there is no thread locker on this. We would recommend to use just a drip of thread locker on it, just to make it so this nut doesn't come loose that easily. But again, you need to also torque that to spec. But that's it. You reconnect everything in reverse order. Put these wires through here. You gotta be careful with the clock spring. Don't turn this around. You gotta stay in the same position because that can cause issues when you turn it around. Line that up and push that in. Put the nut in and torque this to spec. And then connect the airbag wires. Connect these wires right here. Connect airbag wires. Connect the horn to the airbag. And then you take the airbag and you press it in, and that will put the airbag in place. And that's it. Thank you for watching. YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.